Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm actually on holiday this month, so it's a bit different. That's why the light's a bit different, it's a bit darker. It is currently 5 o'clock in the morning, pre-game Liverpool. I've had my haircut. I'll tell you why. I started to look a little bit like that idiot Heavy D with his stupid wig on, so I thought I better change that. It's bad enough looking like David Luiz or Guendouzi's love child. I don't want to be associated with that guy, so you got to do it. You got to do what you're doing. So pre-Liverpool game, here we are. This is going to be a big couple of weeks for Arsenal, starting with today's game. It's going to be. I think this is the first time, definitely in the Klopp era, Liverpool, that we're going up to Anfield, and I don't really know how it's going to go. Before, let's say, especially the Klopp, since the 5-1 Sterling game, the 5-1 game, I thought we were going up there, and I was quietly confident, weirdly, and then they would turn us over massively. And now, every time we've gone up to Liverpool, you thought, we're gonna get turned over. We're gonna lose somehow. I mean, I still think last year's one, there were a couple of jammy goals in there which didn't help us. We always do all right at the Emirates against them, but for some reason going up to Anfield's been a bit of a mind block. I just think this year, this is Emery's team now. If I'm honest, the head, I still think Liverpool will win, but I think it'll be tighter than normal. I think we can get their defence more. We've got a bit more pace going up front. If we can get a Aubameyang in the game, which, one of the things you would say against him is he doesn't always do it in the bigger games. But you could say that about Thierry Henry, really. I mean, big league games, he showed up, but, the guy never scored in the final, which is bizarre for someone of such quality. But, in the big league games, he did turn up. And that's what we need Aubameyang to be doing. If we can get the first goal, and if we can keep it, I'd say if we can keep it 0-0 till half time, and the second half get the first goal. Otherwise, I think it could be one of those cases where if Liverpool score first, they will batter us. I do. With the news this week of Emery coming out saying he wants to get rid of El Neni and Mustafi. That's a good thing in many ways. A, that could because they're not good enough for our club. B, it's showing strong leadership, which you might wonder, how's that strong leadership? But, it's 10 new players. This is my team. This is my club now. If you're not good enough, if I don't think you're good enough, you will go. I will get rid of you. It's not a problem. The problem is trying to find someone to take them on. El Neni's not a bad player, he's just not. It was one of those Arsene Wenger signings where he didn't want to use the super agents or agents in particular. So we were, ruling ourselves out, and we were having to do what we could do with. The reason that these big players have got super agents is because they're big players, they're quality players, and they need that type. They get that type of agent. The other agents that come around, the players aren't good enough, and El Neni just isn't Premier League quality. Top level Premier League quality, I should say. I reckon he could still do a job at mid to lower level Premier League games. Like I say, he's not a bad player. Mustafi, gotta go. And that is good. That is a good thing. But what I don't get at the moment, in terms of, let's be talking about transfers, is the whole. There's still a bit of a backlash towards Wenger and whatnot. The morals were there, like I was saying about, how he wouldn't use the super agents and what. But let's not forget, the last transfer window in December, even Unai came out and said, we can't do anything, we're only do loan dealings. So there was obviously something else still going on there. Suddenly this summer we've spent money, we've recruited, we've gained it back. As well, so we haven't really spent as much as we, as the records show. Like I said before, 72 million for Pepe. That's not an upfront cost. No one does that. That's over a season. Juventus have done it this year. There's no way Liverpool won't have spent the full 70 million on Van Dijk. They're paying that in instalments. You know, we've sold Iwobi for 30 odd mil, and we've sold BX for 10 mil, so that's your 40 million already. Again, we won't be getting all that in lump sum, we'll be getting that paid back, but that's how it does. So I'm just it's a little bit of a weird one, how everyone seems to have forgotten that Emery said that we could only get loan signings last Christmas, and now the transfer window's changed. I don't expect us to sign anyone in the Christmas window this year. I think that's how Arsenal are going to do it. They're going to be loan signings again. But if they loan signings like Ceballos, then you've got to be happy with that. Yeah. And he's one of the reasons why I think we go to Liverpool with a greater sense of expectancy, because I think he's calm on the ball. He's the sort of player we've been crying out for. And I just hope that some sort of deal can be done where we try and tell Madrid that he's rubbish. And we buy him off. You don't want him. We'll have him. We'll take him off your hands because he's rubbish and he's only good enough for us. So I think in terms of today's game against Liverpool, I think it'll be the same sort of team that started against Burnley, but I think maybe instead of Reece Nelson, you might have Pepe start. I don't think Ozil will make the matchday squad. I think he's still a couple of games where I don't even think he'll probably play against some part against Spurs, but I don't think he'll start there either. I think he's easing back in. Kolasinac might come in. In defence, other than that, I think it will be the same team that starts against Burnley. Same sort of work ethic, and we'll be all right. You know, we're not a bad side. We've got a good attacking lineup. If he can play Alexander Lacazette, Aubameyang and Pepe, I think that will give Liverpool real issues at the back. It's just whether or not we can hold them off and their front three as well. If we can keep Salah and Firmino quiet this time, we've got a great chance. But it's what I've always said before. It's not about keeping them quiet. It's about keeping the people that get them the ball quiet. If you can stop Liverpool's midfield from getting the ball to Salah, Firmino and Mane, then you've got a great chance of winning the game. So let's hope, let's see, and you never know, hopefully next week's video will be extolling the virtues of a 3-1 win. But I actually think, with my head, like I say, it's going to be, I think my head's saying it's a 2-1 Liverpool win, and my heart is saying it's going to be a 1-1 draw, or we'll nick it 2-1. But we shall see. Cheers.